Growing in a sustainable manner is available to everyone if you're growing in a Keda greenhouse. I'm going to show you how I'm growing better fruit and vegetables on a longer season, starting earlier and going on later. Also, how to garden more sustainably, all from my Keda smallholder greenhouse, ideal for schools and community growing. One of the key components to growing plants, of course, is water, and the quality of that water can make a big difference. Mains water contains chlorides and fluorides, and that isn't always good for plants where natural rainwater is so much better. Now, the Keda greenhouse, the shape of the roof and the really professional guttering along the outside enables a good flow to capture most of the water down a downpipe into an area at the back that I hold the water ready to use. Now, the rainwater comes down through the pipe into this, which is like a really giant water butt. I've got a big one like this, really because of the amount of water that comes off this extra large Keda greenhouse. If you had a smaller Keda greenhouse, obviously you could use more of a traditionally sized water butt. And this contains that valuable resource, fresh rainwater. Look at that. But how do I get this rainwater into the Keda greenhouse for my plants? Well, there's a few ways. Obviously I could attach a hose to it, I could use a watering can, but here I'm using something even more sustainable. The power that I'm using to get the water from in here, in there, I'm harvesting the rays of the sun. Yes, the water comes from the sky and the power comes from the sky as well. There's a solar panel up there that's activating a pump, drawing in that fresh rainwater to hydrate my plants. Let me show you how. Now, in this Keda house, I have two really distinct areas. On this side, it's an open bed where I've got things like tomatoes and lettuce and strawberries and a whole host of things, regularly turning over fresh crops. And here I've used a line of seeper hose right the way. In fact, I've got three. So what happens is the water draws in from the water butt and slowly seeps out, keeping this entire bed lovely and moist for these very high thirsty plants as they're producing crops. Where over the other side it's all containers, so obviously seeper hose doesn't really work with containers, so I've got spaghetti lines with little drippers on the end of each one, so every container is being properly hydrated. So this whole house is watered without me even needing to pick up a watering can. And the other thing about sustainability is reusing as much as possible, and nothing goes to waste. Any form of clippings that I take from any plants in here goes into my one of many compost heaps, which break down to produce fresh organic matter to come back in and refresh the soil. This very clever bit of tech enables you to open and close the whole side curtain of the Keda house. You can also put it on automatic, enabling you to set the temperature that you require ventilation for. And then, of course, it does it automatically. The auto vent is designed, supplied and fitted by Keda. The other thing with Keda, it's not just about opening the windows. You can, in fact, open the whole side. So if the greenhouse needs cooling down, just give it a turn. There is nothing better than growing your own and being partially self-sufficient with your food. It's fresh food that tastes unquestionably better, much more full of natural nutrients and vitamins, fewer food miles, food just when you need it, and freedom from the supermarket shelves. Nothing you've got growing is packed in plastic. You're picking it fresh as nature intended. Growing sustainably in a Keda greenhouse, it's much more than producing crops or beautiful flowers. It also recharges yourself. The benefits of gardening enhance the mental and physical well-being, and because you're under cover, it means you can garden all year round. Whenever stress or anxiety is about, you can come up and enjoy the pleasures of engaging with nature. And if you're harvesting the sun, harvesting the water that falls and growing plants and composting and producing crops that you can eat yourself. You are in fact growing your own future. Big thanks to the sponsor for today's programme, that's Keeda. Visit the Keeda showroom and explore how easy sustainable growing can be. Whatever your space, whatever your goals.
For more information, just go to keedagreenhouse.co.uk.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more great content like this. And if you turn on your notifications, I'll make sure you never miss another new video.